What's up, everyone? It's Michael here, aka Dangstrat. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Here is my weekly outlook for the Forex markets, indices, and the crypto market as well. So, starting off with dollar on the weekly chart, you can see that last week it closed with a doji candle. So, that shows an indecision in the market, and it did take out the previous week's low, and it also rated this daily fair value gap here. So, last week's outlook, I was looking for price to raid this imbalance and then look for a potential reaction or reversal off that level. So we didn't reach that level until Friday, the end of the week. So that means this week, to start the week, I want to see how price opens up, let Monday's range form, and just kind of go from there. So moving over to EU, kind of the same idea. Last week's outlook, I was looking for price to reach that weekly fair value gap and then see if we can get any setups or shorts from there, but we didn't reach that level until the end of the week. So we'll let things open up tomorrow on Monday and then kind of go from there. But one thing to note, if you zoom in a little bit more onto the 4-hour chart, you can see that price is respecting this POI. So this POI is the inverse fair value gap, and then you also have this imbalance there. So price is currently respecting those levels, which could set up for next leg up higher. And if it does, then I will potentially look for a reversal off the previous week's high. But for now, I'm not too biased at the moment. I kind of want to let things open up and see where they go. So that is EU. And for GU, we'll go to that weekly chart. You can see that we're in the weekly fair value gap, and we also rated that daily fair value gap that I discussed from last week's outlook. So we've rated those levels, and again, one thing to note is this weekly candle is a doji candle, so that again shows indecision in the market. And with that being said, I don't have a clear bias at the moment going into this week. Ideally, I would like to see Monday. If Monday we can form a swing high here, then I will be bearish for the rest of the week. But if we, if Monday opens up and we take out the previous week's high, don't get any reversals off of there, then that means we could trend a little bit higher before seeing any reversals, or that could show a potential change in the trend, because we do have a deviation here after taking out this key low. My final target was down here, but again, we'll see how things react off these POIs to start the week. So that is my outlook for Forex. Again, not too clear of a read or bias right now. Moving over to the indices. Again, from last week's outlook, stated that I think we'll continue to trend higher and go into price discovery mode, so not much of an outlook here. Again, I would like to see things continue higher, and if we get a couple of down days, I think that's fine. That's going to be good potential opportunities to look for a reversal after a retracement. So now going over to crypto. So this is where my main focus is at. Just, out of all of the markets, the crypto market has been moving the best, in my opinion. Bitcoin has been stalling out a little bit after hitting 100K. So it hit 100K here, hit the 100K level, and then rated the high and the low. So again, made the move to 100K here. After that, took out liquidity here, and now we're trading sideways. So I think Bitcoin, I'm not too focused on Bitcoin right now. I'm mainly focused on the altcoins. So I'm going to go over to ETH. And ETH, it took out the range high, but I'm expecting this to go back to the all-time high levels. So you have range high, range low, deviation of the range, and now looking for a move past towards that range high and then back to the all-time high level there for ETH and Solana. So Solana took out that all-time high level and is now retracing or consolidating a little bit. So ideally for this week, I want to see price hold this imbalance here and then make a leg up higher to push past that all-time high level. Typically, when you hit an all-time high level, you kind of stall out and consolidate a little bit. If things are still bullish, that's typically what happens to set up for the next leg up. So the weekly time frame for Solana is looking bullish to me. And so ideally, I would like to see, we have a raid here. I would like to see this low hold. And moving over to Render. Render had a really big week last week, up 16%. It did almost hit $12. Did almost take out this intermediate term high here. So I'm, this is my favorite alt right now at the moment, and I'm in pretty deep on this. So I would like to see, this imbalance hold here. Mainly the midpoint of the range, right? We've closed above that midpoint of the range and we've created this imbalance. So ideally, I would like to see these levels hold as support, the mid-range level hold as support, and then look for a push higher to the all-time high level. So that is what I'm currently looking at. The market cap for this right now is at 5 billion. So I think, I think this could definitely reach like a $20 billion market cap in this cycle. So yeah, that is Render. And now going over to Fetch or FET, and this is, let me go to my crypto because I already have the drawings from here. So Fetch AI, talked about this in the previous outlooks. You have that deviation of the range and reclaim of the range low, found that level as support, now pushing higher. So expecting this to run towards that range high level at 348. And then, once we hit that resistance level, I would expect price to consolidate a little bit at that level and then make a push higher, towards that $4 or $5 range. Will probably be my final target. And then SEI, same idea here, deviation of the range, and now approaching the midpoint of the range. And my target on this is the range high, and I do think this could potentially hit at least $2 in this cycle. So last one that I will go over is INJ. And INJ, same idea. This kind of looks like that Bitcoin chart before it broke out. So this was the previous all-time high level from the previous cycle. We're trading back above that level now. So on the weekly time frame, we'll go to that. On the weekly time frame, we're approaching that midpoint level. So ideally, I would like to see a break through the midpoint, find some support, and consolidate at the midpoint, then push higher to set up for the next leg towards that all-time high level at 53. So again, right now I'm most bullish on the crypto market, and that's where my main focus is at the moment. Specifically towards the altcoins. My favorite setups or positions that I'm in is Render, Fetch AI, Say, and INJ. So these four are my top setups and positions. And that is it for today. I hope all is well, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.